Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of the R Corner podcast. I'm, of course, joined by my co-host, Joe Penrith, or Joey Oreo.
Hello, everyone.
But I'm also joined by our very first guest here for our first guest episode on the podcast.
Our guest has a social media following of over 45,000, with 12,000 subscribers, 700,000 views in total on YouTube. A former reactor to the band Roadtrip, which allowed him to gather over 100,000 views, now streaming on Twitch and making almost weekly videos with a variety of content, an inspiration to some and a good friend to me. It's the YouTube and social media star, Tyrone Mardon.
You know what? I absolutely loved that intro there. That was perfect. I felt like my ego's just through the roof right now. So I like that. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mardon.
Obviously, you're a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer. So for anyone that doesn't know who you are or doesn't watch you, how would you describe yourself?
I would say creative.
Yeah.
Now. Right, so I'm creative now, not back when I was, right? I've changed now. I say creative, I'd say entertaining, right? Debatable, right? Depending on if you find me entertaining or not. And I don't know, maybe a hint of funniness. Who knows? Who knows? My content just switched around. I've gone round in circles multiple times. But now I'm sticking, I promise, just the skits. So yeah, it has been. It's nearly 7 years of doing random content.
So as I said, you obviously do YouTube. You're a YouTuber. And when we were looking, we delved deep into your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube, and you've done YouTube for nearly 7 years.
I felt like starting my YouTube channel, it was just to do with gaming. And I think that's what everyone starts doing. Like they just jump on something. I actually used to copy LEA. LEA is one of my big inspirations back in the day. I thought, he's sick. I want to be like him. And then I found KSI, and I was following KSI. And then
you spoke a lot on just then about your inspirations and who you look up to, because obviously you've had a variety of content and different content styles, which we'll get on to. Who is your inspiration right now, and who was it? Indifferent.
I would say inspiration is, I think it's everyone's big inspiration. I think you could probably guess who it is. KSI. He's made me laugh throughout the years, and I still watch him to this day. I think I started watching him when I was in year 8.
I watched him when I was in year 8, when I found out I couldn't masturbate.
Biggest inspiration is KSI, and then WRLD as well.
I think one of the big things with KSI is you see these creators come and go. So you see like Joe Sub, for example. 2015 were his glory days. Everyone knew, whether you liked him or not, everyone knew him.
I think it's like the same with Alfie Days and Zoella. KSI, he's just constantly, he kept the followers, and he's kept it going. Like he's changed the style with Joe Sugg, Alfie Days. Have stuck to the same thing, and then it's kind of died off. Nico Amalana, just because his content's insane.
I was praying, I was going, Nico, because he is he's rated, but so underrated.
He's changed the game. Now
you started gaming, and then you went to I think everyone who has a channel has done the basic videos, being Chubby Bunny, Never Have I Ever. We've all done that. You've had a lot of different content styles. Is that for what reason do you keep changing? Do you not? Is it one video messes up?
I think it's because I'm trying to find the right content for me. Starting with gaming, it was just so hard because everyone was doing it at the time, and then it came to it was gaming. Then it was challenge videos. And it was I liked that, and then I was just running out of ideas, and someone messaged me to react to Roadtrip. Now, I'd never heard of the band before, and I thought, you know what, I've got nothing to lose here. So I thought, you know what, why not react to them? I reacted to them, and it banged over 20,000 views. And I thought, you know what, this could work. This could really work. And then each video after that, keep doing Roadtrip, loads of subscribers coming in, Instagram followers. It was just mental. So I kept going with that until I was just getting bored of it. Same thing. You know what I mean? I won't
Yeah.
give too much away because I know you've probably got a lot of questions about it.
Yeah.
So
You don't react to them anymore, as we said in the intro, like a former reactor of Roadtrip. Your content changed now because when we looked over your channel with Sam, he was looking over and he goes like, I think he said like, fucking hell, a lot of different things in there. Like, because at one point it's a song, at one point it's what makes you change so many different times.
just to see what's going to work for me. I'll do vlogs for like, say, 3 weeks. It's not banged. And then I just go, oh, I want to do something else. But sometimes things come in my brain where I'm like, I want to do this instead, then I want to do that. But I want to do everything at once and I can't handle everything. So I'm like, I'm changing, but because I want to do it. Do you know what I mean? So like the road trip one, I didn't necessarily want it to do. But I did do it, and I carried on from that. But yeah, I just kept changing the style of my videos all the time because I know it's an absolute mess on my channel because I've done so many random things, like a song, like you said, and then I've got a Among Us video. When I want to do something, I'll just do it. I just don't really care much now about the views. Just because I want to do it, I'll do it. Like I don't want to just do something random.
It's at the point where you're not fetching for views. You're not scratching at the surface. You're doing stuff because you
enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm 20. Do you feel like you're doing the right thing? Do you feel like when you're making these videos, when you're streaming, you are doing the right thing?
That's a tough question because I think everyone on YouTube wants to do well, but they've got to enjoy it as well. There's probably YouTubers out there that do content where they're not enjoying it. They're just doing it for the views and they're probably banging views. Obviously, I would like that. I would like to gain views like you would because you're on YouTube as well. You'd love to have that. Yeah. But it's finding what you like as well, not just doing something because someone likes it. You got to enjoy it because you don't want to be like, it could mess someone's mental health up with doing something completely, something you don't want to do, but people enjoy it.
Especially if it's the same thing every day. We're talking about your growth. Would you say Roadtrip was your biggest growth on YouTube in a short span of time?
100%. 100. You know what? I'm so serious. It's like 1,000% because it was just popping off at one point with like, I'd get, there was one time I got over 300 subscribers in a day. I was like, what's going on? It was mental. And that's how I went from like 2,000 to 12,000. Yeah. So I had the 2,000 before Roadtrip, but it was like, I think it was not even a year. It was less than a year. I got to 12,000. So I gained 10,000 from Roadtrip. And I thought, you know what, my channel's blowing up now. That's it. Yeah. And then I just wasn't happy. I remember Joe doing it. Yeah, you seemed very fond of doing it, but then you did just slowly kind of stop doing it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think obviously it's Ty's episodes. We'll try and keep it to him. But if we're, because I personally found it tough. I found that I don't know why my videos weren't doing well. My videos were getting 100 views maybe, and for me at that time I'd hit golden. But then suddenly when you get some golden truck hit you, you have to make sure you're grabbing onto the end of it because otherwise it's going to drive off, isn't it?
The thing with you talking about your growth with it and how you got bored of it, did you stop when you felt the need to stop, or did you stop even though you felt that it was dragging on, you were getting bored of it just because it brought in the views? I slowed it down a little bit. Sometimes I didn't upload every day, so I'd do old reactions of them just for the views and for the people's entertainment. And then like I slowly got bored of it, and like people went out of the band, people joined the band, and then they just split up. I thought, I can't do it anymore anyway. I was getting bored of it. I just wasn't happy. And then I decided just to do my own thing. And now, as you can see from my channel now, it's not as good as it was when I was doing road trip reactions, because I'll do a road trip reaction, then like a prank, then a road trip reaction. The prank would do well still because I'm doing it in between like a reaction, then something else, my own thing, reaction and something else. I don't have a lot of the road trip fan base. I have a few of the fans, but that's it now. The fan base isn't as big anymore. I get there's still a lot. You see a lot of people, but people move on, don't they? Since the band split up, so the fans slowly sink. So not as many people would watch them. I totally agree. I was on Twitch actually yesterday, and they were saying about how the fan base is just toxic.
everyone in there is toxic, but I never knew because I'm just reacting to them. No one hates me. Everyone loves me because I'm to Roadtrip and I'm saying good things about them. Because if I said one thing bad about them, like, oh, he's awful and he's being terrible there, they're going to just hate me. That's it instantly. But I always, I was positive with the band. But yeah, there was two girls in my Twitch live stream last night that said that some of the fans Roadtrip sent them and tell them to kill themselves and horrible messages to them because the fan base was just so toxic and seeing people ugly and fat and stuff. I never saw it like that. I didn't know.
That is so shit.
I would say it's worse because they weren't exactly mainstream, were they? They were more underground, so people were like, no, they're my band, they're my band.
Yeah. Were you happy making the videos? Did you feel like you had to? Did you feel like you were obliged to keep on making these videos because it was bringing in? Well, obviously, it was bringing in views.
Okay.
We looked at your social blade and it was like that, and then suddenly it shoots up. You see, you made it, and then you kept making it, and then you kept making it, and then when you stopped, it just went down. Did you feel like you had to? Yeah.
I finessed my way into it. I just didn't finesse my way out of it. And that was my big problem. Like, I was so good coming into it. I should have just kept that audience, but I couldn't literally do anything. I don't think I could have done anything. I'd say I wish I'd changed something, but I just couldn't figure out what to change, what I could have done differently. I'd say I enjoyed it at the start because people enjoyed watching me, commenting nice things. I do miss that, but I do think that like it was just time. Like I just thought I can't do it anymore, and I wasn't enjoying it anymore. I think it was the same thing each time. It was so easy. I'd literally sit there, record it in like 10 minutes, edit it in like 15 minutes, upload it straight away. It was so easy. I could upload it in the same night, and it just didn't feel like there's much effort going into my videos anymore. And like I didn't want, like with the videos I do now, like skits, I've changed it into the skits, and that's all I'm doing now because I enjoy doing it. I like the funny content. It's a mystery. No one's gonna know what I'm doing next. Like with a road trip, it's the same thing, and you know what's going to happen. Like it's the same thing. I say the same jokes. Like maybe it's the same. But with the skits, you're not expecting like what joke's going to come next, and you'll understand that. Will.
And it's interesting seeing. Obviously, you'll have a different opinion to other people, but seeing, would you rather get views or would you rather enjoy it?
That's such a big question.
It's a very tough question because I feel like you've got to enjoy it. You've got to enjoy it on YouTube, but like for you to do YouTube a full-time job, you've got to think of what's going to make my channel blow up, and you've got to think of views. If you want to do it full-time, if you just want to do it as a hobby, then do your own thing. But like, I sort of want to be happy, but I also want to. I don't know. I'd say both.
Yeah. You got to balance it out, I guess. I don't know. I've never done YouTube. I've never tried, but obviously Joe has. He's more experienced than me.
I feel like when you're talking about with your new content, people don't know what you're gonna make. With the with this, like when someone's watching the reaction, they're watching it for your humor, and they don't watch. This isn't just at you. This is at me as well. Like they don't watch for you as that person. They might comment, "Oh yeah, this is so funny. Oh my god, I love you," but like they're watching because of Roadtrip. They're watching because of Harvey, Cash and Maverick.
If I just reacted to Roadtrip and just went, "Hey, yeah, it was good that part there," like proper dead reaction in it, I think there would be a couple of hundred. But I think a lot of people shared it with their mates as well because of how I was. And if you saw my reactions, I was just doing a joke, zooming in, it was different effects coming in, and I think people enjoyed it because it was just different. And they haven't got like a lot of people don't react to Roadtrip, and because obviously if you like something, you want to see people have a good feedback of the thing you're watching. Do you know what I mean? So they enjoyed that. They enjoyed my reaction to Roadtrip, and like if I was to give any like negativity towards Roadtrip, then they're going to hate it, and I'll get so much hate for it. That's why you got to stay positive and make a few jokes and just to be different.
This is a bit of a bombshell question, like a bit of a sudden clash. Was it fake? Did you, while you sat there? Yeah, because I'll be honest, when I listen to a music that's, I don't sit there and listen to Dynamite. I don't sit there and, hey Siri, play Dynamite. I don't do that. Like, I listen to my own music, but even when I listen to my own music, I'm not going on this.
I'd say I did enjoy the music. I think they produced, like, the vocals were amazing. I think I exaggerated a lot. That was a big. I said a lot in there as well. I exaggerated quite a bit with, like, bopping my head, like, oh, this is it. This is. I did enjoy it, but if I was just going, this is good. Yeah, I like this. It's a dead reaction. So if I have to, like, proper bop my head, scream at the camera, that's what I had to do, and that's what people enjoyed doing. So I had to keep that up. So I would say it. In some of the faking it, like, I did enjoy it, but it was very exaggerated, I would say.
You go along and just before Road Trip,
look at the drop.
26k views in a month, 126k, 154k, and what I noticed was it's gaining a lot, isn't it? It gains higher. It's just that you're uploading more, aren't you? You're uploading more. So do you feel like in your first month when you went from 35 or 36k to 102, do you feel like you were like, it was like some sort of steroid that you just had to keep on pumping because you've got it?
Yeah, I felt like this is working for me. So if I keep carrying on doing it, then who knows where this is going to go. So I thought, well, what have I got to lose? I'm doing well. If I just stop, it's just going to go down. So I just carried on going.
You lost 639,783 views.
So that bottom one, I had to private a video, which did well. Which, should I mention here? I will anyway. It was do you know, I don't remember this, but the memeless face reveal got 190,000 views. But, right, I don't know if you keep this in. No, you can't keep this in.
Oh,
I've got to be careful what I say now. Said, memeless face reveal. I got loads of emails saying about an individual has reported this for identity something or other. So it just shows that my video was him without the mask. To be fair, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that.
Do you think that
views? I did well, but
onto the views, just fighting in.
I was just hungry for views all the time, and you're just looking back. What is the point?
But I guess you've got to think of the privacy and the respect for other people over your views, I suppose. You can't ruin someone else's, or not ruin someone else's life, but impact it just because you want views. So it just gets to that respect level instead of making a job out of it.
Like,
100%.
I think people who go for the big YouTube videos have that moment where it's, I had it with my mate. I had this big video planned. I think I mentioned it to you. It was like this modelling agency. Did I mention it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it came down to, do I potentially chuck someone's privacy, respect and all for a video? And that was one of the videos that I was confident it would do well. And it never came out. But yeah, like you said, it's just like Sam said, even sometimes you just have to look at it for the, do I want views or do I want to keep this? Do I want to have that respect for someone? 1,500, and then when you stop doing Road Trip, it's a couple hundred, nothing, 100. And YouTube's way, if you don't understand anyone, they don't count, you got 80 subs in a month. They count it rounded to the nearest 100. Right. Or if you have 10 mil subs, it's the nearest mil or something like that.
That's so strange.
Yeah, it's weird. So here you've got 0 subs. You haven't gone up 100 for 3 months, and then you went down. And then since then, it's just been on like a decline.
Currently, my channel, I'm not gaining. I'm losing every single day. I'm not, like, it sort of annoys me, but like, I've got to think that like those people that subscribe to me are Roadtrip, and I'm not doing it anymore. So
Yeah.
like, I mean, I won't want it to go down, but that's what happens.
I feel like it would be better having active followers though, because there's no point having 1 million subscribers but only getting 1,000 views. I mean, I'd rather, in my opinion, have, because obviously you don't get money based off your subscribers. If I'm right, you get it based off views. Is that right? Watch time. Yeah, exactly.
And watch time. Yeah.
You could have 10 million subscribers, get no views, and there'd be no point in having 10 million if you wanted to make it a job. You're still on, even though you say you've been on a decline, you're still on 12,000 plus subscribers.
You've still got a good number.
But still, that's still better than most people's try at YouTube, and you're still doing it after how many years? So you're obviously doing well enough to keep going. Would you say getting bigger on the platform changed you, or how you looked at people that didn't have that number next to them?
Do you mean like me being like, oh, I'm the man?
Yeah.
Now that I've got followers.
Yeah.
No, never thought about that. I never even thought that I was I don't think I'm popular now. Like, it was just had 12,000 subscribers. Didn't think much of it. I thought it's doing well, but didn't ever think that I'm up there now, or there's people that are smaller than me which they're terrible at content. Like, some people are doing content like Joe. Content's good. Do you know what I mean? So like, there's just loads of people that are out there that are underrated. But I feel like when I got obviously when I got high numbers, there's people DMing me saying we should do a collab and that. But I know it was all to do with, because now I've gained subscribers, and they obviously want my people and stuff. Like, it's but never thought I was way over myself.
You see, like with PewDiePie, he's the most subscribed individual on the platform. He seems like a very easy person to talk to, like a very down to earth person. But there's some people, you find their channel, they look like they think they're the best person ever, and it's interesting to see how other people, like, they would not be there if it weren't for other people, and they think they're better than those people.
And I know a few people that are big-headed, and they're not even that big. They think they're the man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the name because it'll just, I can't. But he's a prick. I had someone in my room who was friends of his, and we got him into a hotel for free, and he just used us, this guy, and then met. We were all in a group, and then two walked off. They did their own thing, and then he left his bag in my room, my hotel room, and I was sleeping, and it was actually me and Ryan. And I were in the room, and I was sleeping, and then he's getting his bag. Don't know why his bag was in there, and Ryan said, "What are you doing in the room?" He's like, "Get my bag." I said, "Well, Tyrone's sleeping." And then he goes, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just piss on him or something for random shit." And then he's just rude, and he thinks he's the man. I tried to show him a picture, because it's actually the picture of Ryan Franklin of the Craig situation. I showed him a picture of him in Photoshop, and he goes, "Oh yeah, good that." And I pointed out something. I said, "I think it's over there, Josh." And then he goes, "Oh, Josh, I think it's over there actually." Like, just what?
Yeah.
I've just said that. But he's ignoring me, and it's like, all right, mate, calm down. I didn't know you were big.
Interesting, school or friends. Even people that used to make fun of you or have a go at you for YouTube when it started, working out and getting bigger, then them suddenly deciding that it was a good idea.
People who would normally be like, "Oh yeah, that's the kid with the YouTube, haha," take the mic, and then suddenly, "Yeah, but mate, I've whacked out 10k views on that," or however many views it is, and suddenly it was like, "Yeah, you're really good." And it just suddenly, they all started coming around at a significant time. If they were coming around when I was getting no views, you think people started misconcepting you are like that?
I think I have got that personality about me. I think I'm a bit cheeky.
Yeah.
And I feel a bit I sort of, not awkward, I make myself look awkward to try and be funny. I make a situation awkward, I look around going, something stupid like that, making it so awkward for no apparent reason, just to sort of, I am different from YouTube into person. I put it on a little bit, because
Yeah.
you got to be a bit more like hyper when you're doing videos. Like in person, you're more chill. It's like the
You're
same with
boring,
vlogs.
You're boring if you don't. Not you, but like people in general. Morgs, like I watched a podcast where he was on Happy Hour, Jack Mate's Happy Hour.
Yeah, I've seen this.
And he was different. He was different. And
And-
I've always thought that ain't Morgs. There's a difference between Morgs and Morgan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meeting fans, people at Winter in the City, Summer in the City, any outside, and any fan stories that you have, whether that's bad, good, something that you thought, just these different moments where you've looked at it and thought, oh yeah, I'm doing something. I've got a fan base.
I absolutely love meeting fans. Like it keeps you going, and the fact that like was it both Summer City and Winter City had a big line, and I thought, what is going on here? Because obviously the road trip thing, I don't think was I doing road trip around November. I don't even know if I was. That was Winter in the City. I had a big line, and you were there, weren't you? 'Cause you were in the queue waiting to meet me, and there was just this big queue, and like it felt good though because people actually they're there for you, and it's like, Jesus Christ, this is great. And the love from the fans it was just amazing. Like there's no hate. Everything was all positive, and they all wanted a picture, wanted to talk to me, and it was just brilliant. Like I actually loved that. That's why I can't wait for next year. And hopefully I have the same people, maybe if they see me, the road trip fans. Obviously if they don't watch me on YouTube, they can still come up to me. But
who are fans of you, how do you interact or deal with people that maybe don't like you as much for whatever reason, and especially if they come up to you in real life and start, they're like, oh, I've seen you on YouTube, I don't like you. How do you react to that?
well, luckily no one's done that yet. But if that was the case, then I would just say, all right, well, just don't watch me. If it's over like YouTube, like on the comments, and everyone's like typing out hateful messages, I'll just ignore them, because like if you give them attention, they're just going to keep going. And to me, it doesn't bother me. It just doesn't. I'm just used to it now anyway.
And it's interesting because you're the YouTuber, you're the person who they're giving the hate to. They can say the worst thing in the world, but as soon as you respond in a negative way, then you're the bad guy. So you got to be careful with that, I guess.
Yeah.
In that situation, you're the one who's like the big guy. Like they are going out their way to comment shit for you, and it depends what way you look at it. But they're going out of their way.
It just shows that they're taking their time out of their day just to go, like dislike your videos, going over to comment.
You're like,
it's like, all right, mate, you got nothing else to do in your life. Just do what you do.
you still got. I guess you got to see it as it's still the actual view, isn't it? Like they've done
I
that.
guess
Like
so,
it's
yeah.
not. It's
They're
benefiting.
taking their time out of the day just to watch your video, just to
Exactly.
hype.
And then
weird
obviously Joe, you've also had a very good friendship with Joe. So how did that come about?
A lot of my fan base is mainly like girls, because they're like the fan girls of Roadtrip. That's where my audience basically was. And Joe found me, and we're speaking, and we've done a collab on my channel before, React to Roadtrip, which did quite well. I think it was like 7 or 8K, Joe. I can't remember what it was on. But,
Trust me, I have the number tattooed. It was near 8,000.
there's some lads that messaged me, but I think you were like one of the first people to interact with me. And
I messaged you a bit before, quite a while before Road Trip. And the thing is, like some of my best mates, I've known you longer.
No, yes, that was right. Yeah, because I started doing Road Trip, and then you helped on it as well.
Yeah.
That was right.
What it was I was in year 6, and I remember it was a couple of days before I went on the holiday, and you had followed me. You weren't following me because, hey, I watch your videos. I commented on something or whatever. I remember messaging you saying, I was watching your video literally yesterday or something like that. And it was this one where you pranked your mum about her phone.
Oh no, that haunts me to this day. I actually hate that one. I don't know if I privated it, but it's a horrible thing for me. I wish I didn't do it, because the original plan was doing it on Lowry, but at the time, Laura's my girlfriend. She didn't want to be in videos, so she was like, I don't want to do it, because the original prank was going to be on her. And I thought, oh, I've got to do it on me mum then. And my mum afterwards, right, she might not seem pissed off in the video, but afterwards she was like, why did you do that? Like, that was a horrible thing to do. And looking back, I thought, that is horrible. Like saying, oh, here's my phone, thank you for everything you've done for me, it's fake. And it's like, oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. That is really horrible thing for me to do. But yeah,
I was just watching your videos, and it just constantly, probably, I didn't like fanboy, but I was like on every video. And then what was it? Because I'm sure you have other people. What was it that made me stick to you?
I think it was the interaction, because there was a few people messaged me about how great video, but I think that you had like a conversation. I think people were scared to have a conversation with me, because they'd be like, "Hi, I love your videos. I'm so awkward. All this was like, obviously I don't mind that. I love them up to pieces, but like I think you were just like wanting a conversation with me, and like eventually we just kept talking all the time, and then why not do a collab? We did a collab, and yeah, you're a sound lad. I think my mum was very confused as to why I was doing it, because I don't think she understood like what it really was about until like I kept doing it all the time, asking for like Christmas and my birthday. I want this equipment, I want like a desk, I want a camera, I want a tripod. I don't ask anything for YouTube. I've done it again this year. I just ask, like, that's all I want, because that's what I'm dedicated to doing. But I think they're just a little bit confused, but now they're like, they understand what I'm trying to do.
Like, have you ever met someone in your hometown?
I have. And it was very, very weird, because I was in like literally where I live, and someone had shouted my name. He goes, "Oh, it's Tyrone Mardon." And I looked behind, I was like, well, I don't, because I looked at the face, there was like a bunch of, I think it was 2 or 3 people. There was 2 girls and a boy. Never seen them before. They were younger than me. They'd never been to my school. Never recognised their face. They've already passed at that point, and I felt like, oh, I should have asked them now. Like, how the hell do you know me? They would have been from YouTube, because where else would you have known me from? Like, I didn't know you from school. I don't know you. Like, I'd never seen you in college or anything. Yeah, when I went to Summer City, there was someone that lived sort of close to me, which I was like, what? That's crazy. I felt like that's crazy that someone's like actually just buying me. That's meeting me right now.
There's something more special about meeting someone that doesn't have millions and millions of followers, though, because like you found them even throughout them not being bigger as big as some people on like the UK scene. So I feel like there's more of a special bond with fans, because it's easier. Like if you have like PewDiePie, for example, you have 100 million followers. It's so difficult to comprehend that number. You just see him as I feel like it'd be more difficult to have such a bond with them.
At the time, don't know if it's changed, you had 20.7 thousand on TikTok. Because I remember you started after Winter in the City, and you said to me, because Summer in the City is apparently YouTube, like it's a YouTube event, and Winter in the City was TikTok.
It's changed now though, hasn't it? Because they've changed the name. It was Summer City, which was just a YouTube event, and then like they called it Social in the City, so it's just social media, Instagram influencers, TikTok influencers, and all that. So
well, because TikTok's had such a growth over the last couple of years,
Lockdown especially.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can make a TikTok in your house, because there's like the minute clips, and it's even overtaken Musical.ly, and I think it's changed a lot. I would say it's improved a lot, but it's interesting seeing like people like Charlie D'Amelio. They've gone from like basically nothing to 100 million over the course of a year. It's very interesting to see how it's changed people's lives and stuff.
Like again, I do that for fun. Like I'm not doing it constantly. I don't feel like I have to worry about it or grow on it. It's just something fun to do. Like obviously sometimes like TikTok's weird. Like you can upload a video and it's just like 100 views on it. Like you think that's done well, and then you upload a stupid TikTok and get like a couple of thousands of views. Like what? It's a bit random. Like it's weird. TikTok. It's got a weird algorithm.
Yeah, like TikTok's algorithm, you have like the For You, and you have different sides of TikTok. You have straight TikTok where it's like Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae, people like that, and then you have like so many food. The food side of TikTok, the alt side of TikTok. Like, and I was talking to someone yesterday, and I didn't understand, like, because I was trying to understand it, knowing that we talk about TikTok. Someone who is on straight TikTok, Lil Huddy. What are the opinions on him? Because when we looked down your Twitter, we saw you did a day after I did a video on him and Charlie D'Amelio, and that was a big situation. I remember you messaging me, and you did a tweet after about how it doesn't, you don't like, about how much you don't like him, and what is it about him?
I just think that like he's just shit. Like he's just shit. Like it's not even like little. It's like a bunch of these American dancers on TikTok. It's like it's all right. Like, but like getting like millions of followers doing just a stupid dance like every day. They're getting paid for like loads of money for it as well. I think that's ridiculous. Like, how have you like? You can say it's jealousy. He's getting millions and millions and millions. Same with Charlie D'Amelio, Addison Rae as well, and who's the other one? Oh, there's another one, isn't there?
Bryce Hall.
There's Bryce Hall, yeah, and it's just like I just don't like them.
The thing I find with people on TikTok is they get away with a lot more. Like even very serious.
Yeah.
It's because they're young. If you're big on YouTube, your numbers. I view YouTube the best social media. I will always say that because you have to hustle so much to be good on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely.
And if I put the effort I put into my YouTube videos onto my TikToks, I would have a large, like, bigger following than I do on YouTube because, like you were talking about the algorithm, you need to watch a video for like a second for it to count as a view. You need to watch a video for 30 seconds on YouTube. You spoke about Lowry and your relationship with her and how she feels with YouTube. Because I remember you uploaded a video. It was her holding a Selfridges bag, but her face was blurred. And I remember thinking, "What's this?" And you never showed her face, and I know that it was she didn't want to be on YouTube. What made her go from not wanting to be on YouTube to having her own channel?
Lots of confidence. She even said to me that like, for meeting you, I've gained a lot of confidence to do YouTube and being herself. Like she even changed to like her outfit styles and stuff because she was so comfortable with one style, but she always wanted to have this other outfit style. But she's like she's like going out of her comfort zone now, doing like YouTube now, and just doing Twitch. She never even wanted to be in a video ever. That's a blur her face out. Even if she was in like 2 seconds of the clip in the background, delete it. I had to delete a video because she didn't want to be in 2 seconds in the background. But now she's happy to be in a full like 20-minute video or something. It's ridiculous. But no, she got a lot of confidence, and she said I've helped her with it. So I mean, I'm proud of her. To be fair,
yeah,
and I'm glad I've helped her with it.
Did a couple of videos in July on conspiracy theories, and they did pretty well, and you seem to be enjoying them, and you've made a separate channel for it called Mardon Mysteries. What do you know why you're enjoying so much, or do you think it just came naturally? You just really enjoy doing them?
I felt like my whole main channel now, like you said before, like my channel's all over the place doing different things. And I thought, oh, now I'm going to have a conspiracy theory. And it's just messed up. So I thought, I'll do a second channel, see how that goes. It hasn't done well. And I sort of like, I don't think I've given up. I've still got the channel there. It is hard work to keep your main channel. And you've got to think of like a whole script of what you're going to say. You've got to research into conspiracy theories, and it takes a long time. And then now doing, which you're probably going to go over in a bit, is the Twitch stream as well. And I've got full-time work, so it is a lot to do. So it's hard to stick with one thing at a time, really. But I will go back to that channel soon, hopefully.
A whole channel based on one thing. Obviously, you can only make a certain amount of videos on conspiracy theories before you're like, I don't really want to do this anymore. You take a break. So I think it'd be good. It's good to have with your main channel, it's good to have that. Even if you were focusing more on your Mardon Mystery channels, it's good to have something you can post whatever you want on, I think.
I haven't used it, but I have a second channel purely just to, if I have a video that isn't good enough or I don't view good enough on my main channel, chuck on the second one. What happened with Mardon Mysteries in your, like, is it going to make a comeback? Because you had uploaded 5 videos, had done 100 views pretty much on all of them. And you haven't done one since September.
Yeah. When I carry on doing it, it's a lot of time and effort because obviously you can't just like randomly talk about conspiracy theory and that's it. You got to research into it and what you're saying. You've got to get the facts right. And like, I got the second channel, but like been doing the main channel for ages. So I want to continue that. But then I'm really enjoying the Twitch streaming as well. So it's hard to balance everything at a time. So
it's very, I think with things like conspiracy theories, you got to get your facts on point. Otherwise, people are going to call you out. You're going to be like, that's not true, that's not true. You got to be so on point, and you've got to do your research so well that it takes so long to make a video on it. And you can't be researching, make one video, say every other month. People are going to be like, I feel like people are going to get bored, because you see with people like KSI, his upload schedule on his main channel isn't great, but it's high quality. But then you go on his second channel and it's very relaxed, like reaction videos, Reddit videos, but he's consistent. So even though it might not be as good, it's good to have that regular like income of videos on top of your good quality ones, I think.
Don't want to call you out on this, Sam, but you've got your facts wrong. KSI actually uses his main channel for music videos, so
yeah, but he doesn't upload on it as much, though, does it?
Oh, that's awkward, isn't it?
It's why I don't talk to you.
When do you feel like you enjoyed YouTube the most? Because obviously you had this point where you shot up, like just plain and simple, you shot up. But then you had the point before that where you had your viewers, but you also you could do whatever you want, and people would watch it, because that was when people were watching for you, and then they got when people are watching for Roadtrip. Do you feel you enjoyed your channel, making videos, making content the most?
I feel like the skits and the vlogs are the ones I need to focus on, because I went back and I looked at was it Summer City? I think it was Summer City, yes. I looked back at that the other day and I was like, this is well good. I don't know why I even stopped vlogging. It was just the editing in it. It was just really good. And I like that. And then the skits as well, because you're not expecting what's going to happen next and what jokes are going to make. And that's why I enjoy making them. Yeah,
for sure. Like, I'm looking for your channel now, which hopefully, if this is all going right, you can see on the screen. And you have Conspiracy Theory here, which did very well. Like 8.5k views. Your peak in enjoying it.
Vlogs, just because, like, it was enjoyable to take my camera out, just seeing myself in it, just going out, holding the tripod. It was just awesome. And, like, going out random places. But I think the way I went out of doing vlogs was because I wasn't doing anything. Like, when I got home, I was come back from work. And
do you have any plans for any other future content?
I'm going to see where it leads to be honest, because I feel like right now I'm going to do the things I enjoy and see where it leads off to. If it does well, then absolutely brilliant. I don't have to worry about anything. And once I've done the skits and something I'm enjoying, then that's it. But sorry, you can hear a noise in my background.
But talking about new content and stuff like that, your Twitch, you started a Twitch channel very recently, and it's been doing very well. We were watching it last night. You were doing your Just Chatting stream. Joe was your first sub. Would you say you enjoy Twitch?
Joy. I think YouTube is enjoyable. It's just very stressful.
It's a
getting it up on the right time, editing it's a lot of more effort. With Twitch, I'm enjoying it. I'm playing with my mates, and it's just easy to do. Just hit record, hit streaming. You got your people there. It's like Instagram Live or Twitch, TikTok Live or whatever. It's just, and you're playing and you're interacting, and it's so much fun. I'm having fun with it. I play games, and I'm getting people like you, just joining and interacting with me. It's just that's what I love.
And you can see you're reading your Twitch chat as well. It seems like it's a much better way to interact with your fans, especially during the pandemic. You can't meet them, you can't do meet and greets. It seems like a better way than having to wait for the videos to come out and then like reply to them via message. You can reply to them as soon as they ask it. It seems like a really good way to respond to your fans.
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't think a lot of people have found me from Twitch yet, but I'm hoping to grow my Twitch account. And I'm just really enjoying it. Like, it's a lot more. It's stress free. I don't have anything to worry about. I'm having fun. Next target is partnership, Twitch partner. I need to get to now, so that's me next goal for that. So
What is that?
You get access to many more things, which I can't remember what they were, but the affiliate, you can do a lot more things with, like, just subscriber chat only, having the subscribers there, new emotes and stuff. You've got a lot more things in there, and especially with the bits as well, you can get bits like you give as well, like cheering bits. So
All right, so I was looking for your channel, and you got the conspiracy theory videos. One of them was on Juice WRLD. And I remember I joined your live. What day was it? He passed away.
8th December.
And in 2019. Oh my god, that feels so weird to say. Everyone's spoken about 2020 so much.
Yeah.
He was your most listened to artist. You did an Instagram live where you were obviously very upset, and so many people were, because Juice WRLD was such a like icon, and so many, even to this day, he's one of the most streamed artists on Spotify, Apple Music.
I don't know why I got so upset about it. It just hit me. I was like, I didn't think I'd ever get that upset by it. It's ridiculous. I was like, mad. But yeah, I can't say he has, but I don't know. If you watch the video, the people that are watching this podcast now, then if you watch that video, then yeah, there's like not facts, but there's reasons why he could still be alive.
Yeah, it was like there's song lyrics in there. It was like it was in Legends. What's the 27 club? We're not making it past 21. And
yeah,
he either died did he die on his birthday?
Oh, just a couple of days after his birthday.
Yeah, so it was like he turned 20 or 21.
He just turned 21 and died. The song Legends was a song about a lot of rappers. So like Lil Peep, XXX, the people that had died before 21. And he's going, we ain't making it past 21. Who's we? Is he referring to himself as well? Like, that's what I don't get. Like,
it's a good point. I listen to a lot of his music, but I can see what you mean when something hits you, when it's someone that you listen to and you relate to, and assuming that you do, it would hit, because I like Post Malone. Yeah, if he died, I just suddenly have that burst. And I thought it was one of the times where I respected you the most, to be honest with you, when you had done that live and you were upset and you're playing his music and you were genuinely like crying. I thought, I remember typing in, saying, I don't know what I can say, but just stay strong or something, like the casual stuff. And I remember getting off the live and just thinking, fucking hell, I rate it. And there's not many people, whether they're big or small, who will cry on camera.
I don't think, I think with my Instagram lives and stuff, it's all always positive. And that just properly hit me. And I thought, oh, God, I just wanted to go into Instagram lives to talk about it and stuff. I don't do Instagram lives like that, though. I just thought, why not just talk about it? And yeah, it probably hit me hard. I don't know why it hit me so hard, you know?
I talk about mental health. I talk about like feeling like you're on an edge, or just literally sitting there and just ranting out and being upset. And honestly, I remember just watching it, and you were talking while you were like upset. I just thought, fucking hell, that's so strong. So I highly rate that. Is there anything for a viewer or a listener who is interested in you? What would you say?
Give me a chance, people. I'm a good guy. I'm very entertaining as well. If you check my YouTube and my Twitch, they're very, very good. And I'd appreciate you just checking my stuff out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you enjoy it, then join the community. We have a good community going on with my Twitch, my YouTube, and we're like we're not a big family, we're a small family now, but we were a big family, now we're a little one.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're listening on whatever platform you're listening to, if you're watching the actual video on YouTube, if you're watching a highlight, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, our Instagram, and our individual Instagrams, and follow Tyrone Mardon and subscribe to him. If you are watching this video, it'll be linked in the description. Tyrone, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
We will see you soon, and we will see you all in the next episode of the Our Corner podcast.